Aging your whiskey until it tells you it's ready sounds easy, but for a craft distiller like Old Monroe Distillery, that means sitting on inventory for years, and that costs money. However, it pays off in the end when you go to bottle it and the whiskey comes out pretty damn tasty. That's exactly what's happening at Old Monroe Distillery in Columbia, Illinois. You're gonna want to check out this distillery. Welcome to this edition of the Great American Whiskey Cookers. Hey, if you haven't already, like us on Facebook, Instagram. You can also go to the website, buy some really cool merchandise, or you can step it up and go to our Patreon site, become a member, and you can get access to all sorts of fun stuff. So I am sitting with Adam and Laura Stump. So let's talk about barrel entry proof then, and the whiskey going into the barrel and how long it's going to sit in there. What is your barrel entry proof?
When?
This is a fun one too, because that's different.
It's changed for us. Yeah, so originally we started at 115. We did bump up to 120. Well, I'll say this. We've gone as low as 88 and as high as 125, and we've tried a lot of stuff in between. But we've come across data throughout our journey, and there's specific science around optimal points of barrel entry. So it's pretty interesting. We were at 110 for a long time, and I really liked 110 because, you know, you could get some that shoot up in proof and pop into the 120s pretty easily. Generally, you're not dipping below about 102. So it made for a really nice single barrel, right? It's nice sipping proof normally. But also when we bottle small batch at 90 proof, we're not having to add a whole lot of water to get down to 90 proof. So that's one of the reasons we didn't go all the way down to 80 proof. So we kind of shrunk that range of having to add water to our small batch bourbon. So 110 was a good place for us. But what we've done now, and our MO for really about the last 2 years or so, we go in at 2 different proofs. So we'll split a batch in half. Half of it goes in at 105, half of it goes in at 120. So you kind of have 120 is your traditional, you know, you're gonna get a lot of those traditional notes. 105, you get a completely different whiskey, and different whiskey not just in the sense that the proof is lower. The thing you have to keep in mind about barrel extraction is we're dissolving things out of that wood, right? Some things are more soluble in ethanol, some things are more soluble in water. So that 105 is extracting and dissolving completely different compounds than that 120 proof. So not only do they sip differently because of their alcohol content, but they're like, at the end of the day, they came out of the same, I mean, off the still the same day, came out of the same tank, 2 different proofs, you know, so at different times, obviously. But we can throw those barrels in a single rick, and yeah, you get the whole single barrel phenomenon, but I'm telling you, you will think that they're from 2 different distilleries. They taste so different. It's absolutely insane.
Crazy.
So, but the other thing that we like is we like the ability to build a flavor system. And that's what that allows us to do.
So there's a profile that you're going for, a flavor profile, and then that system that you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, and I mean, for us, it's really about how round, imagine a tasting wheel, right?
Yep.
A balanced bourbon, you would basically have a perfect circle around that thing, sweet and spicy and all these things, right? So, you know, we want that bourbon to be balanced for sure, but it gives us more building blocks to be able to achieve that. And it also gives us super unique barrels to put into our single barrel program. So for store selections or distillery picks or whatever, you know, you can have a 103 barrel proof pick. You can have, and the highest proof barrel that came out of here was 146, I think. Yeah. And it was a bourbon. It was not a light whiskey. Put in the barrel at 120 proof, came out at 146.
Hazmat.
It was hazmat, yes.
Wasn't ours.
Yeah, it wasn't ours. It was a contract client's, but it was really good whiskey.
Was it?
He's gotten both hazmat.
Yeah, he's magic touch.
So how long do you age your whiskey?
Till the whiskey tells us it's ready? No. So for small batch.
You're taking the maker's mark approach.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have a specific target as far as age goes.
Okay.
Other than the minimum. We will not put anything in a bottle that's under 4 years old. So small batch right now is basically 4.5 up to about 7 years old. We've changed our distillation system as we've gone.
Fantastic. Love it. Where do they find you? How do they get in touch with you?
Instagram, Facebook, and drinkoldmonroe.com.
Drink Old Monroe. And you're right here, right outside of Columbia, Illinois. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yep. So we hope you enjoyed this episode of Great American Whiskey Cookers and the conversation with Adam and Laura. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, like our videos. You can go to our website, buy some cool merchandise, YouTube. You can like our videos and share those. We would really appreciate it. Or you can really step up your sport and go to Patreon and become a member. And you never know, you might get invited out to the Bourbon Bunker for a tasting and get some really cool stuff. Until next time, if you can't be good at it. See you.